Good morning. My name is Dan Gruda with USS Telesforo Trinidad Commissioning Committee, broadcasting to you from San Diego, California. It is my honor to bring you our first video broadcast on the one-year anniversary of the naming of the USS Telesforo Trinidad. This broadcast summarizes our committee's events during the past year. On May 19, 2022, the Secretary of the Navy, the Honorable Carlos Del Toro, announced that he is naming the future Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, number 139, the USS Telesforo Trinidad, fulfilling our campaign's objective to name a U.S. Navy ship after the first and only Filipino sailor in the U.S. Navy to receive the Medal of Honor. Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers are multi-mission surface combatants capable of conducting war against enemies in the air, on and beneath the seas, and on land. In October of 2022, we were briefed by officials of the Naval Sea Systems Command on the major milestones of the future USS Telesforo Trinidad. The ship will be made by Huntington Ingalls Shipyard in Pascagoula, Mississippi. The major milestone ceremonies are the start of fabrication in 2024, the key laying in the fall of 2025, and the christening in the fall of 2026 at the shipyard. The commissioning ceremony is scheduled for late 2028 in a port yet to be determined. They also informed us that the sponsor in our committee will have many opportunities to participate in DDG 139's milestones to foster a special relationship between the ship and crew. Also in October of 2022, we announced the transformation of the USS Telesforo Trinidad campaign into the USS Telesforo Trinidad Commissioning Committee to prepare for these major milestones. Our new chairman of the board is retired Rear Admiral and former Assistant Secretary of Defense Victorino Mercado Jr. Serving with him are several retired Filipino American flag and general officers from the Navy and the Army, a judge of a California Superior Court, and a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. All had experience in fundraising and other expertise from the private sector. In January of this year, Secretary of the Navy Carlos Del Toro hosted a naming celebration at the Rayburn House of Representatives building in Washington, D.C., to introduce the ship's sponsor, Miss Christine Trinidad, the great-granddaughter of Telesforo Trinidad, and the co-sponsor, Rear Admiral Connie Mariano, the first Filipino-American flag officer in the United States Navy, and the first female White House position. In attendance were members of the House and the Senate, leaders of veterans organizations, and many supporters, including members of the Filipino American community led by Ambassador Jose Romualdez Jr. Thank you for your continued support of the USS Telesforo Trinidad Commissioning Committee. It is the first ship that was named after any Filipino who served in the U.S. Armed Forces. That is why we need your help to prepare for this very historic and monumental task. Every dollar you give will go towards working with partners, stakeholders, and communities to facilitate the successful execution of the major shipbuilding milestones of the USS Telesforo Trinidad. It will also highlight the selfless service of Fireman Second Class Trinidad and the distinguished service of Filipino Americans in the United States Navy. Please turn to our website, www.ussttc.org, to provide your tax-deductible donations. Our next video broadcast will cover what we are doing to prepare for the major shipbuilding milestones with the community. Meanwhile, please stay tuned by following us at our website or our Facebook page, USSTTC. Thank you so much to all of you. Maraming salamat and mabuhay!